Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tiana Michelle. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That way you'll be in the know when I upload new videos. Today I'll be talking about my hair journey from when I was a little baby up until now and how I've gotten to where I am. So I've always had really thick hair. It was never the longest, but it was always really thick. I was born with a head full of hair. One thing my mom has always told me growing up is that I have a lot of hair. She would always talk about how thick my hair is. Didn't have no edges as a baby because I rubbed them out, but still, I didn't actually know what my hair texture looked like until I began transitioning at the age of 18. Got my first relaxer when I was 8 years old, but before that, it wasn't like I was walking around with my hair in its natural state. I would get my hair hot combed or blow dried every 2 weeks, and then it would be put up in some dookie braids or some pigtails. Yeah, I never really had a say-so on my hair. Didn't really care at the same time either because I was just a little kid. All I cared about was playing around, having fun. Hair was not my concern. So whatever my mom would say, I was like, okay, that's cool. I remember I was in the 3rd grade. We're living in California. I was a military brat, by the way. And my mom comes up to me and she's all like, honey, we're gonna have to put a relaxer in your hair. I'm putting a relaxer in your hair. It's too much for me to deal with. It's too painful to do. And I didn't know what a relaxer was. I'm like, okay, yeah. And mind you, this was the early 2000s. So, the products that were around in the late 90s, early 2000s were very scarce compared to the products that we have today. Elementary school, I didn't care. I didn't know what was going on. But as I got older, I started to think like, why don't I know how to take care of my natural hair? Why are people making fun of me? Because my hair can't grow past my shoulders. And let's get into that. As soon as I started getting relaxers, length retention, what? Hair growth, who? My hair did not retain any length whatsoever. Okay, my hair was breaking off at the same rate that it was growing, so it seemed like my hair just stayed here. This is over a 10-year span, by the way. My hair stayed at the same length all throughout elementary school, all throughout middle school, all throughout high school. People used to pick on me. I was not one of those girls walking around with hair down my back. That just wasn't me. That's not the type of hair journey that I experienced. My hair was either right here, or right here. Mom always did my hair. She would do that little bump at the end. Y'all know about the bump at the end. I hated it. I would wear my hair curled, straight, like pressed out with a little bump at the ends, or I would have my hair in the 2 pigtails with my hair just hanging loose. Those are the hairstyles that I wore throughout elementary school. I also got braids a lot. When I got to middle school, my hair was always straight in a side part or a middle part. When I got to my freshman year of high school, I had made this promise to myself. I was like, okay, I'm gonna start taking care of my hair and I'm gonna see how much length I can retain from 9th grade to my senior year. By the time I got to my senior year, my hair was still at my collarbone. I'm sorry, they're cutting grass outside of my house. And when I was younger, I would get them like every 2 months. I would get my hair relaxed with the box perm, the little Just For Me kids, or the olive oil. When I got to middle school, I started going to the salon to get my hair relaxed, and it went down to me getting my hair relaxed like 3 or 4 times a year. And let me tell you something about stylists from that era. My hairstylist did not do hair to retain length. All throughout middle school, my hair stayed at my neck. My hair stayed right here. It may have reached back here at some point. The lady cut it right back up here. Throughout middle school, I was one of the only, in the beginning of high school before I moved to Georgia, I was one of the few melanated students. Anybody else were of color, they were mixed, so they didn't look like me. So I was that girl that I was a black girl with short hair. Let's be honest about that. I was a black girl with short hair that stopped at her collarbone, and there ain't nothing wrong with that, but I did get picked at for that, People, even people of color, even black people were making fun of my short hair, calling it stiff, calling it unhealthy. Some of y'all will understand what I mean. Some of y'all may not have experienced that, but that was my experience, and it made me kind of separate from my hair. I didn't care about the appearance of my hair because I was like, it's not gonna grow anyways. It's not gonna be healthy anyways. So I walked around looking like anything. I didn't moisturize my hair. I didn't care about my ends. I didn't deep condition. I didn't do any of that. So, you know, when I get to high school, I started experimenting with different styles. I went to a hairstylist and I got bangs and like this bob cut. After that, I think my junior year of high school, I got highlights. I got my hair bleached highlight. They did really well the first year that I had them, and I really liked them. But for whatever reason, during my senior year, my hair started breaking off really badly, and it was so uneven. I just left it like that because by the second half of my senior year, I had already decided that I'm gonna go natural. I'm gonna start transitioning. I got my last relaxer in February of 2014. That was the very last time that I ever got a relaxer. And then I graduated in May from high school. So what I did was I went to my stylist for that last time, and she cut my hair to like this bob length. I transitioned from February up until December of 2014, and what I did was I would wear a lot of Bantu knot outs. Bantu knots were the only thing that worked for me. My hair had too many relaxed ends for me to successfully do a twist out or a braid out, so I always wore Bantu knots and buns. That's how I wore my hair the majority of the time. I didn't use heat often. At that point, I had limited myself to using heat every 6 weeks, and that was a big deal for me because throughout high school, I used to use heat like every single day. I was frying the hell out of my hair. I remember the day that I big chopped because two patterns were so different. As you can imagine, my relaxed hair versus my natural hair, the texture difference was just so vastly different that my hair started breaking off the middle. So the middle of my hair was all natural. All my relaxed ends had broken off at that line of demarcation. And then I was like, I really hate transitioning. Transitioning was not for me. It was not for me at all. And I know it works for some people and they're able to transition for years, but it just did not work for me. And I was like, I really hate transitioning. I'm tired of having to blend these two textures together. My hair is breaking off. It's stressing me out. I don't know what to do with it. It's hard to blend the two textures together so that it isn't noticeable. I just don't like it. And my boyfriend's like, here, why don't you just cut it all off? It will be okay. Like, it's gonna grow back. Just cut it off. Like, you are obviously not happy with how your hair is, so just cut it off. And I was like, no, I don't want to cut it. I really want to push through this transitioning period. I've never had hair that short, which I'm like, my hair, it's not like my hair was ever long, so I don't know why I was tripping so much about having short hair. But I was just like, no, I don't know if I want to do it. But he was like, I got some hair scissors. He had hair scissors. Where he get hair scissors from? I don't know. But he had hair scissors, and he was like, okay, well, I'm about to go to the gym, but I'm gonna leave these hair scissors here on your dresser in case you change your mind. So I sat in my room. I sat in my dorm room, and I just kept looking at those scissors. Me and those scissors were like, I'm looking at them. They're like, what's up? Like, what you about to do? And I'm like, I don't know, man. What we about to do? I'm moving closer and closer to the scissors. And then I grabbed them. I stood in the middle of my room and I just started snipping my hair off. There's a pile of hair, just piles of hair around me, just all over the floor. And I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? I don't know, but it feels good. I felt so liberated. Like, it was like weight was falling off of me. It was more than just going natural. Those doubts were like melting away. It felt very freeing, and it is like one of my favorite moments of this journey was my big chop. So I stood in my room with just a pile of hair standing around me, and I really do wish that I had pictures of my hair when I first big chopped, but for whatever reason I cannot find the pictures throughout that entire journey. It really sucks. I'm sorry that I can't show you guys that experience, but I will insert as many pictures as I can from the first year since my big chop. But I don't have any pictures from when my hair was like from the start, like bald at the start. I hear a knock at my door and I open the door and he sees me and he's like, you actually did it. Like, I didn't think you were gonna do it. I'm so happy. And I'm like, I really thank him. I'm glad that he did that, because I don't think I would have the confidence to do that myself. It's really sad, the connection that we feel to hair, you know, like the idea that we don't think that we're beautiful unless we have this hair. So for me, the time for my big chop, from that part of my journey, it was like just a moment that I cherished those times. I cherished that first year especially because it really taught me to accept myself for who I am. I was naked. I couldn't hide behind anything. It was just me. I was just embracing who I am. And I was really thankful that he was supportive, because not everybody was supportive of my choice of what I chose to do with my own hair. Went to the hair salon and got it trimmed up. She cut off all my hair, by the way. So I don't even really count the transition period, because it was really just a waste of 10 months. So like, basically my real hair journey started January 2015. I remember the date. It was January 4th, 2015. That's when I got my hair cut, and that's when I really started new and fresh. It was right before I started my second semester in college. The only thing I regret is getting my hair cut in the wintertime. I was freezing. I had to wear earmuffs. I had to keep my neck and my head covered up. It was cold. I walked around with my little shortcut, and it just, I don't know, it was really exciting for me. I got to know my hair texture. I got to know me. Like, it was like a brand new baby, because I had never seen my natural curl pattern before then. All I wore was wash and goes. And now I have been natural for 4 years. It's been a beautiful journey. I'm still learning my hair, because as my hair grows, it's changing. It taught me that I am not my hair. I am me. I'm Tiana. I'm a beautiful soul. My hair does not define me. My hair is not my identity. I use my hair as a way to express myself and to show myself love, in that, listen, I love the way that God made me, and I wouldn't change a thing about it. But it's not my identity. You know, I'm my identity. If you're starting out, just know that it takes time and it takes patience, but it's so worth it. Have fun at every single stage. Have fun at your transitioning stage, your TWA, that awkward length stage, when you finally get your hair to your ears, to your chin, to your shoulders. Celebrate every single part of the journey, because it's really special. And what we don't realize, like, I am so hype about this, because the way that little Black boys and girls are growing up now is not how we grew up. Like, my sister is 11 years old. She don't know what a relaxer is. She didn't have to experience that. I go to her school to pick her up and drop her off, and all of her friends are rocking their cute little Afro puffs and their curls and their coils and their kinks, and it's beautiful. It's so much bigger than us, and I'm so proud to be a part of that. And I'm not a natural hair Nazi either. Like, I feel like people have the freedom to do whatever they want with their hair. This is just my story. That's all I have for this video. I really hope you all enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below if you have any thoughts that you want to share, or you want to share your hair journey with me. I would love to hear it. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.